across the 4 in the third down conversion. Now Ryan on first down. Hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He'll get a couple yards on the Charles Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. Some plays have worked best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now running right through him. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. One quarter down here on a frigid December night. It's the Saints in the lead early here. This is the NFL on EA Sports. As they take over here, 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The rookie from UCLA, Tank McKinley. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, and this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Freeman again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning. The defensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Matt Bosher, 7th-year man from Miami, on to punt. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, 81 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. To throw is Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On second down, here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd and short.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. He rifles one that's intercepted. Delvin Brown with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. Shifts by him. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Justin Durant. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Cameron Jordan bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Ryan on second down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Breeze now. It's complete to Fleener. Breeze finding Fleener for New Orleans first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Breeze now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Now the talk. best receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And boom, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Breeze is looking to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hardy. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey.
On second down, Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Complete to Jones. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Second down now after the pass completion. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot for Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Saints, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll Jen and Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.
You have a big decision to make about one of your players. Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.